So I'm watching the trees with trust. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. I've been really blessed to study with the founder as well as some old school neuro-linguistic programming folks, and to train with some very interesting, pretty much live with some very interesting Native American fellas and their folks. And this Neville Goddard guy. These three things dance in my being continuously. The dance floor of me has these three. And so I sit here in an experience of wonder. I watch these trees. We've got gale force winds here today in Melbourne, Australia. And I watch these trees sway in the breeze. I've only lived in two parts of the world, the United States of America and Australia. So I don't know where this applies and where it doesn't, but we've got a fascinating experience with some of our trees here. They will just drop a limb for fun. Whether there's too much rain or too much wind, along comes a 1,000-pound limb of tree flying downward to the earth. And so you've got to trust. See, I sort of trust but verify. I'll take a look around and then I'll walk through the garden on a morning like this. But I'm watching these trees trust. They've got this immense strength of growing vertical. This immense vertical strength to take them up and up into the sky so they can gather more and more sunlight and store that. My Native American fellows, they told me that wood contains stored sunlight, and if you know how to unleash it, you get fire. And you unleash it with a little bit of friction, but I seem to digress. So I watch these trees trust with their strong vertical urge to go higher and higher into the sky, so they can get closer and closer to the sun, exploring them, exposing themselves to the radiance, the radiation of beingness. And the wind rips through this valley that we live in. Back in the 60s, two hippies squatted here and they built a one-room house out of mud. They added another room to the one-room house out of mud, so it became 2 rooms. We've restored it. It's just lovely. After 10 years of squatting here, right, this was public land. This was government land. They went to the government and said, we want the valley. We're the caretakers. And they were given it. Talk about trust. It's a couple $1 million worth of property at today's values. But I seem to digress again. Because these trees trust. They're able to bend in the horizontal world of the winds, while reaching for the sun, for the sky, for the stars. They sway in the invisible and the unknown, while stretching for more and more experience of the sunlight they get to store. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. What if you explored trusting where you've been trying? What if you allowed yourself to have some flexibility instead of force? Like these trees. Like Victoria and me. If you got gold today, I invite you to dive deeper, to soar higher. We've got some different ways you can do that. You know what they are. I say them every day. And you've got a choice. You can live with the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. and enjoy being a passenger on the bus of your life. Or you can pilot the plane. Let's dive deeper and soar higher. Imagine up something lovely as we go into the silence. So I discovered this morning on the Facebooks that I've got a pretty fair number of videos that they have blocked, banned, or silenced portions of because I sing, "Don't play hard to get," and they're saying that's copyright infringement, right? Freebound, all you gotta do is fall in love. In a world where everyone is trying to protect everything, you think if you hear me singing Freddie Mercury and Queen, you just might go play it. They might make some money. On the other hand, everybody's forcing and fixing and unbelievable. When you flow, you grow. Feel free to dive deeper and soar higher. Join us in the dance. See ya.